Hey guys, I got some good news and bad news. Bad news being all the cameras at the beginning of this podcast were not working. The good news is I still got all the audio. So this is going to be a commentary and a podcast all in one. So sit back and listen to me explain why the Pokemon card bubble is going to pop. All right, so we could be called like investor bros,
Sure,
finance bros, somewhat,
sure.
because we're younger.
Yep.
We do talk about that a lot, not always on camera and streams and stuff, but message each other.
Oh yeah.
But like the when I hear that term though, I think of people that buy the hype and then sell way too late and lose money.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
so
I mean, even in early days for players only, we would talk a lot of finance,
yeah,
certain sections too,
yeah,
whatnot. But I think only recently we really dived into more of the stock stuff for sure. At
yeah,
least talking about it wise.
yeah. And like I got big into it because AI.
Yep.
Anything in crypto that had to do with I didn't really like.
Right.
And I saw stuff there that came and went. Um, Long story short, but yeah, the big new craze in 20. Well, it was hot last year too, but Pokemon cards. You found a big binder,
Yep.
got a whole bunch.
Yep.
The collector app's cool, but do you see the end coming? Do you see a crash coming in Pokemon cards? Old, new, sealed stuff, anything?
So I know a lot of the collectors are trying to get away from slabs for whatever reason.
Yeah,
They don't want them anymore. The thing is these cards have been so popular since we were kids, for the most part,
yeah,
right? I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, but Pokemon has more or less been not to the extent it is now, but it's big-ish, and people have loved the games and stuff. So I think there's a lasting effect that's gonna have for Pokemon. But I don't think there's gonna be a crash totally. I think there's
yeah.
gonna be a loss of interest because the
Oh,
for sure.
yeah.
But that I just don't see a full crash coming.
Because I just see so many videos of like people, I don't know, just buying cards as investments,
Yeah.
throwing it on their collector app, and I just feel like when that first 30% correction comes, everyone's gonna be done with Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
and they'll be on to something else, and it might be crypto again. Um, I do think a year from now you'll be seeing like posts on X, people on TikTok talking about how we're 11 months away, or a little bit at this time next year, a little bit less than 11 months away from the next Bitcoin happening.
Sure.
It's just got so crazy. So Maplewood, you have you ever been there with like the card shows are going on?
Oh yeah. A few times. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and it's gotten like the whole top floor is like vendors.
Yeah. Top
Um,
floor. Sometimes it's the lower floor even. They'll put a few, but
oh,
yeah.
I didn't even go in the lower floor. I didn't,
Yeah. So it's
so I didn't even
ridiculous.
know.
Some of those weekends are absolutely insane. Um, I know initially it was just the sports memorabilia
Yeah,
and sports cards, which
yeah,
was cool because I got like us a couple things that one day
yeah,
when I first went. But now it's yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
yeah.
everything.
Like just back in 2023, 2024, like that one loop on the top
Yep.
floor would almost all be sports stuff, and
Yep.
then there'd be like maybe a section of Pokemon people, and then all of a sudden 2025, 2026, it's just all Pokemon people. It's like everyone wants to be a vendor now. It's
That
like
yeah.
kids wanted to be on YouTube, do this,
Yeah.
and now they want to sell Pokemon. They want to resell Pokemon cards, and I just know that's
Well,
not going to happen.
it's funny too because when I texted you about it when I first discovered that first show at Maplewood Mall, it was 2 weekends or whatever for a summer that they were there for a couple hours, and
Yeah.
that was it. Now it's once a month
Hmm.
at least. And I've been there a few times. I think I've sent you a few photos of a kid being filmed by his dad or whatever. And he's like 8 years old, 9 years old, having a full on negotiating conversation with a 30, 40-year old over
Yeah.
Pokemon cards or memorabilia, whatever. But having a full on negotiation, coin flip, almost resorted to full on gambling for these cards. Yeah, I don't get the whole card craze. I do have some, and what I like you said, I have like those that stack, and then every now
Yeah.
and then I'll get a pack for the kids. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
and I'll say that like yeah, we both got the collector app. You know, you can
Yep.
follow our accounts, but like you just got a big binder for free
Yeah.
that had the gold Groudon, right?
Yep.
And some other hits in there.
Yeah, like the Japanese
Yeah,
Rayquaza Groudon.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like a lot of my stuff, I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on
No.
cards. When I was a kid, I was super into Pokemon, and like the binder behind me is just stuff I found out of my garage with other toys. So it's like
Yeah.
I'm kind of into it, but like I'm not putting money into it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because it's the scalpers and the people that show up to Sam's Club at 6 in the morning waiting outside for their first dibs or whatever. It ruins it for the kids. I mean, I would love to share like how I felt in first grade getting a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever
Yeah,
with my kids now. But they're never gonna know that because the scalpers are just ridiculous and are
yeah,
there when they're at school.
yeah. So back to what you're saying too about the negotiations. Do you ever find it cringy when you find those videos and people just someone's 120 and they ask for 115? I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just me. It's like it's not a garage sale.
right.
It's like just if you got 115, you got 120 for a fucking Pokemon card.
Yeah, I mean, also spending $120 on a Pokemon card, I think is ridiculous anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so I think the whole negotiation process in general, while it's interesting to watch, especially if you watch somebody that's 10 years old or whatever, negotiate with a 40-year-old and sometimes win, I think that's cool.
yeah.
I think the whole thing is just ridiculous in general, but
I just think it's cringy.
yeah.
I have a hard time
Yeah.
watching it sometimes.
But then you get somebody. And now this is the whole flip side, and it doesn't even go with the investment or anything like that. But it's like the beer dad guy, where if a kid is coming up and he asks what their favorite Pokemon card is, he will do whatever, even lose on a trade in or whatever, to make sure this kid gets that card experience like I was talking about that I would want for my kids. He gives that to the kids, and he'll lose $50, $100 or whatever to make a kid's day.
yeah,
That's cool, and that's what should the cards be about, type of thing. But yeah,
yeah. I just respect at the same time though. It's like they're standing there all day.
yep,
They got how many thousands of dollars into it.
yep,
Um, yeah, it's tough
yeah,
because
yeah,
they all these vendors too. They post on TikTok. You know, they try and sell that they're followers of God, basically. you know,
yeah,
giving everyone what they want, and that's why you should come and shop with me and donate to my
yeah,
stream, and it's an
yeah.
interesting business model. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, the whole card scene is a little interesting, a little ridiculous, a little funny to watch too, especially when you get those videos where people are filming themselves as they're running into Sam's and everybody else is running in the background, and then they go and they like are dropping or pushing everybody to grab as much shit in their arms as possible, and then you have your fifth person, the whole stack is gone. He's like, oh, look at this fucking scalper. And he's holding 20 things, It's like, you would have done the same thing if you got there.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the
So
whole thing is.
did you hear about the guy at Best Buy that tried to hide inside the store?
No, but it doesn't
overnight.
surprise me.
Oh yeah, you missed out on a good story there then. I don't know what Best Buy, but seriously, a guy then like the motion detector set off.
Yeah.
Someone went there, and then yeah, there was a guy inside the store, and they found out he was just hiding out for Pokemon
Oh
cards.
my God. I do know there was the one that's about 20 minutes north of here where the card store got broken into. Uh,
Wait, you talking about like Forest Lake?
yeah.
Oh
Um,
wow,
it got broken into, and the thieves stole like $150,000 worth of Pokemon cards.
wow,
Never caught.
wow. So that's something too. There's been a lot of card store break-ins.
Yep,
I hope all of them out there invest the extra dollar into security
you would think.
because yeah, that's something I feel like every month I hear about a big $100,000 loss.
Yeah.
And like these businesses, they do have insurance.
Yeah.
Well, I hope, but then I don't know. You're without so much inventory for a while,
Right.
so
Well, I also think I think by 2030 we won't be seeing all these card stores anyway. As
yeah,
much as there are, because they're literally everywhere,
yeah.
and stuff. I don't think they'll really be around too much here soon.
Yeah, that's something I get on YouTube and TikTok too. Yeah, everyone's trying to start their own card store
Yeah.
because again, they want to be the full-time vendor for whatever reason. That's what the kids are into. Um,
Play the simulator game on your computer,
yeah,
and you'll be fine.
yeah. Jackson had a great time playing that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
sure
I
you
was watching one of those streams.
did. But
um,
no, I think that'll be in the past here soon, especially like with technology. Eventually, something cool is gonna come out where it'll outdo a Pokemon card or whatever in terms of like collecting value, or just capture the interest, and that'll be that. As far as stores go, I'm sure there'll still be a novelty item for the cards, but I don't think they'll be as prevalent after the 2030s or after 2030.
yeah. Well, I guess I predict the crash early next year. Where all of a sudden you're gonna stop seeing all this Pokemon card crap. People stop scalping. Um, Early 2027. That's my prediction. If I'm wrong, I don't know. Comment, tag me,
Well,
join Discord, mock me. But
shit.
um, if we go back to 2020, 2021, it was nuts there with Pokemon card. Well, I mean, everything, crypto and stocks were going up nuts too. But
Yep.
Pokemon cards were nuts. And then if you remember late 2022, after Black Friday, Sam's Club had so many of those. It was like oh, I can post a photo of it. Tyranitar and Lucario V box, and normally MSRP was $40, but they were on clearance $14.88.
Yep.
Still got the receipt by my computer. Because yeah, you hit me up.
Yep.
And I was still kind of 50-50 on Pokemon cards. I just had not sold them, really knew too much about reselling them, but I was like, well, they're going for like $60 on eBay. I mean,
Right.
I'll throw $100 at this. Was a mistake. Should have bought literally all what they had left. But yeah, I ended up selling them for some more.
Yeah.
Um, but I bring that up to say that yeah, it was hot, and then 2022 died down. So all these stores had too much sitting around. So yeah, I totally see that happening again. 2027 here.
Yeah. And then what? It was just about a year ago that Collector came out, and then that's why everything's kind of skyrocketed in value and intrigue.
Yeah, and that's why people talk about it as investments too. Um,
Yeah.
but
It's like Beanie
yeah,
Babies all over again.
yeah, it's not gonna go up forever. There's so many like stock and crypto people that I would get on YouTube, TikTok, and then all of a sudden they just flipped, and all their content now is Pokemon, and it's just so cringe to me.
Yeah. So here's the question then. So Pokemon as a company at this point is probably just never going to go away, right? Too
Right.
much money in Pokemon Go and all their other apps, plus the games, and no matter what, I think people are still gonna buy the cards themselves. It's just the value's not gonna be as high or
And
whatever
there
as it
won't be
is.
people sitting outside at 4 in the morning
Right.
for cards. Yeah.
But Pokemon as a whole is never gonna go away. Right. And hell, Nintendo will never let that happen anyway. But then you get the other company, and here's where I think I'm gonna lose you a little bit.
Okay.
You have this other company that has bunch of licensing deals, and they make little figure things. The good old Funko company, which we've been hearing for years, that one the market is a little overinflated because they either will produce too many of certain ones or whatever, but then also that their sales will drop and then go back up and drop some more, like
Yeah.
an avalanche, right? And they are saying that the company is hugely in trouble. Do you think Funkos are going to skyrocket in value, and maybe that'll be the new thing that people are going to try to get before the company fully goes under, and that they will be the thing that replaces Pokemon cards then next year? Or where are you at on those?
Um.
Because they some of those do have ridiculous values as
Yeah.
well. Not so much as Pokemon cards by any means, but
Yeah. Potentially, but yeah, I guess you lose me there. I can't sit here and predict that everyone's gonna flip and be Funko or Funko Pop resellers and waiting outside store,
no.
or even just I don't know, new buzz on that. I
See, the only reason I think that it's a more interesting thing than the Pokemon cards is because they don't have anything that's tying them, right? Because Nintendo's never gonna let Pokemon go under. The Pokemon company itself is always gonna be around. But once Funko goes, that means the supply then is limited, and that supply is going to steadily drop, and then that's where the inflation is going to come for them. And I think that could definitely hit, especially since they've hit all the major trademark stuff that is always being reproduced, remade, what have you. And then the vintage things like the old school stuff becomes more popular or more sought after. And then in turn, those Funkos would then raise in value, as we
yeah,
kind of see with like the G.I. Joe, Harry Potter now being remade, stuff like that. So I don't know. I think that's more reasonable than people with the Pokemon cards, for example.
yeah. So you would advise people to buy the dip right now on Funko Pops?
On some of them, for sure. You have to be. The thing is, I don't think that there's a true dip. I think even though the company's in trouble, they're still going for the regular value for the most part. I mean, I do have quite a few, but I get the ones that I really like. Like I have most of the Fallout ones because you get the little Fallout guy,
Yeah,
the ghoul, stuff like that.
yeah. They make the show better, it'll go up.
Yeah.
But that's a different discussion.
uh, but I think even if the show goes away, as soon as Fallout 5 comes out, I think those values go up
Yeah,
and whatnot. And, sell them or whatever. Um,
especially if the game or if the guy is in the game and they're not making new figures. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, I think even the ghoul, for example, right? Best part of the show. Let's say the show just goes away. They cancel it. It doesn't get another season. I think even if Fallout 5 comes out, ghouls are still going to be in that game. And people are going to maybe even remember the show or whatever. Maybe they don't. But I think that value still skyrockets a little bit, even on that one figure. Because it is a part of the game.
Yeah,
The character itself.
yeah. In the Fallout universe,
Yeah.
interesting.
But, yeah. I don't know. I think the Funkos intrigue me more than Pokemon cards. I'll say that in general, depending on which ones you get.
Yeah. You have any that are like over $100 if you were to sell them right now?
Yes, I
How
have like
many?
three.
What are they?
Uh, I have a Snake Eyes GI Joe one. I think that one's worth about 150 ish. And then I have two. They call like the chase variants of one from a show solo leveling, but I also have a chase for the Fallout one. That's actually worth a decent amount for Maximus. So
Yeah, so here's a question for you. If you or so one back to Pokemon cards, one clip I saw was a guy on a podcast saying how he had 130 slabs,
yep.
and if he sold like his 100 highest value slabs, he could pay off his mortgage. um, if you were in that position, you would sell the slabs.
100%. 100%. One, collectors don't really want slabs anymore for whatever reason. I don't really understand it. But then also the cards, I'd rather not have a mortgage anymore.
Yeah, save you 1,500, 2 grand.
A month for the
This guy
next
might have
30
been in
years.
California. Yeah, 4 grand or whatever. Um,
Plus, real estate, I'd rather have the real estate investment a lot more than a Pokemon card, too.
have you gotten any shorts, TikToks, clips of people kind of shitting on real estate lately?
Everybody's always shitting on real
Yeah.
estate. It's weird. It's like people love real estate for like a month, and then the other
Yeah.
11 months they hate it.
Yeah. I just been getting some where people compare it to the stock market. And now that it's like, oh, over the last 5 years, 3 years, whatever, the stock market, it's outperformed real estate. So I wish I put on. Caleb Hammer is one of those guys.
Well,
And it bugs me because it's like it could dip tomorrow, and then the real estate would be better. So
right. The
yeah,
thing with that though, too, if you look at just a straight percentage, okay, sure. There's a house in White Bear Lake that somebody bought 1990 something that I was looking at. They bought it for like 90 grand. They're trying to sell it for $500,000.
oh my God,
It's a fucking great investment.
yeah,
The thing is with the stock market, I saw something where if you put $20 or whatever into the S&P, you would have, and you didn't do anything else with it, right? You didn't get your dividends or anything. Let's just take that fully out of it, and you were just going off of the high and lows. You wouldn't have made that much money. It's the dividends plus you put $20 in, but then you keep putting money in over that time, right?
mm,
Rather than that house, you bought it for 90 grand and you didn't put anything in, and then you made that $500,000 off of it.
yeah,
It's as you're buying into the stock market, you're buying in at all the different values, and then eventually that is going up and you're earning that percentage back. So I think if you just take a blanket statement of if you just buy into the stock market, you would have made more money. Yeah, but you're buying it consistently over time rather than one time for real estate, if that makes sense.
yeah. You know, so yeah, I'm sure that guy lived in that house.
Yeah,
You know, stock's just digital, so there's
right.
nothing to gain from that.
Right.
Something to keep in mind.
Plus, like let's say Robinhood, for example. That's what I use for most of my stuff. What if Robinhood just tanks for whatever reason one day? Where do your stocks go? What happens to all your stuff? And like people will put their 401ks and everything into Robinhood. What happens when Robinhood just bellies up for some reason? Where does your stocks go? How are you ever gonna
Well, I
get
hope there's
that?
some kind of
Well,
protection.
I mean, I'm sure it's FDIC, whatever, but then you
Yeah,
get that money back. But then what? Now you just have to go to a different app and repurchase everything again. That type of thing.
yeah. Or if they file for bankruptcy, I'm sure someone buys them out, like
Right.
SoFi or
Yeah. But
yeah,
then even then,
Webull.
let's say it just kind of goes under. It's like, hey, SoFi buys them. Hey, but you have to use our app. and because that stuff is going through, it has to get processed by the courts, and you'll get a payment. It just might be in a year, 2 years, 3 years. Some court cases
Yeah.
take 5, 10 years, depending on the paperwork.
Yeah.
So your money's no longer gaining value because technically it's not in the market anymore. It was a screenshot of whatever it was then.
Yeah. If they do it like that, yeah.
Yeah. So, for a lot of people, that's, a lifetime. So,
Yeah. Maybe to wrap things up, again, I predict Pokemon cards is all going to crash 2027. People are going to start moving over to crypto again. That'll be the hot thing. So I guess we're a little bit different too. You thought 2030 would be like the end of cards and stuff. So I think Pokemon gets hot every 5 years when like the during COVID it was like the 25th anniversary.
mhm,
Right now we're at the 30-year anniversary, and then it'll be 35 in like 2030, 2031.
sure.
So that's actually when I think it'll get hot again and then go belly up.
Before
but
we
just because of that kind of.
before we fully end it, because you're saying that you're gonna go back to crypto potentially, right? Um, do you think we can have this as a hot take that we can either keep in or take out?
Okay.
Do you think Trump has ruined crypto with his crypto himself, and then the manipulation, bribing, or whatever, for like the foreign people buying his crypto so that they can get meetings or whatever? You think that's going to taint crypto in the future, whenever people are looking at policies or whatever, and they're going to put restrictions on crypto and how it's being used and the structure of it? You think that's going to hurt it or help it?
I suppose it would hurt.
Yeah,
I don't really know how much, because
right.
I'm sure just with regular cash,
Yeah.
people can manipulate manipulate things, get things their way.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, no. Uh, when you're sending money overseas, crypto is very helpful. In the news recently,
Mm-hmm.
the when people in the Philippines, and it was some other country, when they make money on Facebook and Meta, the other websites there, now they send people USDC on Solana
Oh, okay.
instead of going from cash to the Philippine,
Yeah.
whatever they have, pesos, dollars,
So,
and taking out a fee or taxes, whatever.
yeah. So here's a little fun fact too that I just recently used. So Kim's from El Salvador, and we're thinking about going over there, to go and check it out, see her family, stuff like that, right? And I was doing some research. Bitcoin is a usable currency in El Salvador. Like, you can pay for everything in Bitcoin. They have a little app that you can just take your bank information in and exchange your money for Bitcoin, and you can pay for anything there. Hotels, Ubers, all of that. It is a legal currency to use as just regular payment. Going to the supermarket,
Yeah.
you just pay for a bit with Bitcoin.
Yeah. Are you
Uh,
gonna give us the butt?
no, there is no
Oh,
but. It's actually made them like $300 million as a country since
because it's gone
2019.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, well, since 2019, and just it being used as legal tender, and tourists can just go and use it, and then yeah, it's gone up and everything. Yeah, it's made a ton of money off of it, and it's something that's helping them prosper as a country.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna give us the butt of, oh, well, when you pay for something, it's a little bit slow than
Yeah,
just using regular cash.
I've heard it's
But
actually been something that they've been embracing a lot, and the Salvadorian government has their own app itself. So that way, when you put in your money, and then he has the Bitcoin, and then he just keeps it, and you just pay with that app that the government controls.
so it's a little bit faster,
Yeah,
I'm sure. Okay, well, good.
it's like
I didn't
basically
know
like
that.
Apple Pay, whatever, but
Oh,
with Bitcoin.
well, yeah, sweet. I didn't even know that. But again, I've heard people, oh,
Yeah,
it's gonna be like a few minutes to 10 minutes. You're gonna be sitting there waiting, and
Oh, I
No.
haven't seen any of that. Maybe I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
maybe it changed. Who knows?
Yeah, no. That's something I learned the other day.
Yeah, no, the South American countries liked it, and yeah, the ones.
When do you think, and this is a little bit different, but since we're talking crypto, when do you think we'll see something like that here in the United States? Where you can,
Uh,
where you and I can go to Target and use whether it's the Coinbase, Coin Wallet, whatever app, or whatever different app, and actually pay with Solana, Helium,
um,
Bitcoin, Doge.
yeah, I mean, there kind of are debit cards out there. The problem is, well, I mean, they're also working on a bill because
I just
we
opened
could
up the
almost
whole
do
thing.
yeah, we could almost do a whole video on this because I could turn around and ask you questions like, well, how do you want to do taxes? Because like
Oh, sure.
if you buy Bitcoin at 40K and now instead of selling it into cash, you just want to buy and it's let's just say it's 100K again.
Right.
Well, still 80K. Let's say you doubled. Um, and let's just say, yeah, instead of selling it and then you got to pay taxes, but you could just buy shit.
Right.
You're probably gonna buy stuff just because the it's gone up. Um, so that's I know a bill that they've been working on that they're actually voting on Thursday. Whenever this comes out, what's today? Like the 10th of May,
Yeah.
I think. Um, that would kind of determine how we're going to do those kind of things. But I do think there are cards actually right now where you can go from if you have Doge, it'll automatically sell your Doge or whatever crypto
Hmm.
into cash. But then it's like I don't know. I feel like I'm selling my. I do that stuff for investments,
Right.
not to actually use like that.
Right.
So that's the hard part too.
Would you ever want it to be that way where let's say instead of instead of how you have it, right, with the diversification, right? Let's say you had all your money in Bitcoin. You go to the store, you go to fucking Walmart, whatever, and you pay with your Bitcoin card or whatever. Then your paycheck it comes in, you just deposit it right in Bitcoin. So you're still keeping it as an investment, but you're also using it for your regular money because you get rewards or whatever. Because I know a lot of the crypto markets like to do that. Would you want to do something like that, or does that make you nervous about where crypto is going? If that makes sense.
Yeah, or run that by me again in the beginning.
So you have all your money in Bitcoin,
Yep.
right? And you use like that Bitcoin card.
Yeah.
You get rewards for it. Maybe you get a percentage back or whatever, like a credit card. But you go to Walmart and you use that card for it. So you're using it as an investment because you put your money from your job still into Bitcoin and it can still go up and down,
Yep.
whatever. But you still use that money for your regular purchases as well. So it's kind of keeping it all in one place, both as an investment but also as money, because that's probably what people would do if we got into that. Do you see problems with that, or is that something where it's like, we're embracing it, so we should probably keep doing it, or moving towards something like that?
I suppose that would be a good thing for crypto. Even as like a pro crypto person, I
Right?
wouldn't want
No,
all my net worth into Bitcoin.
no.
Um, honestly, I think you're the bigger Bitcoin fan between the two of us. Um,
I like because even though it's volatile, it feels like the more safer of the volatility. I'll
yeah,
say that. And that's
yeah,
probably why more invest into that one than the other ones. Granted, I have plenty of some of the other ones, but it is a little less volatile, so I feel safer with it. I don't feel like I have to constantly watch it
yeah.
like some of the other ones.
Like Dogecoin.
Like Dogecoin or like Solana and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's interesting because I feel like for people that aren't big into crypto or even big into trading or investing or whatever,
Yeah.
if we get to that point where we go to more of the digital markets, which we're halfway there anyway, and we're using our investments as also purchases, I think a lot of people would be that person like Bitcoin is always going to go up and not think about the downs as well and put their entire paycheck into Bitcoin, but then also use it for their everyday purchases and stuff. And I don't know, I feel like it'll be an interesting day for that because I feel like there'll be a lot of issues with it as well. You know, you'll
Yeah.
get your crypto millionaires that also turn into homeless people in 2 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to kind of think about it for
Would,
that.
would you rather have all your net worth right now in Bitcoin or Pokemon cards?
Bitcoin. Not even close.
That's going on TikTok.
Not even close.
Yeah. You're gonna piss someone off.
That's fine. If they ever get pissed off by that, they're stupid.
Would you rather have sealed Pokemon product or singles? Like already opened, like what do you
Right.
got now in the binder?
Well, if it's what I have in the binder, I'll take the binder. But if I
Well, I mean the sealed it's the same value as sealed stuff or singles.
oh, then I'd take the sealed.
Yeah, me too actually. Because
Yeah.
I think that's gonna go up more.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Um
I mean, the stuff from when we were kids, if that's still sealed and you have it, it's like
more.
what, a
And then
hundred X more or
and
less
then
of
like
value.
I've seen so many people, Ludwig, Logan Paul,
Oh,
right, they buy the oldest of the old sealed boxes and then they get it all graded and then it's not even
yeah.
it's worth less than what they paid for. So
Right.
yeah, that's no. Probably a good reason to keep it sealed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Maybe we could go over our thoughts on PSA to wrap this up. You sent a card in what back in March?
The beginning of March.
Beginning of March? Okay. Beginning of May now.
We're hit the 60-day point, and I think I'm halfway.
Okay.
But well, and I only just started seeing progress as of a week ago. Otherwise,
Well,
it was just sitting at arrived the whole time. Which,
better than lost.
yeah, granted, so I did it through GameStop, which is nice because they have the insurance on there. So if it does get lost or damaged or whatever, GameStop is gonna be end up paying me um, a good amount. But uh, and it's nice.
Unless they go belly up.
Yeah, it's nice that that I can track it through the GameStop app as well. I also still don't understand the whole Pokemon and the grading and all that stuff in general. So it's an interesting process to go through itself.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a hassle, but
So you think you'll get it back in another 2 months?
better. I hope
Well,
so.
since you're halfway, you think?
Well, I think the longest process is it going from arrive to them actually starting to look at it.
Oh,
I think that's the longest process. So I think I'm in the home stretch. So I would hope in the next 30 days I at least know what the grading is or whatever, you
yeah.
know. But I don't know. I did this as more of a intro to see one how long it takes, how well does it come back, and in what
Back in
shape.
March, how much did they charge you to send it in?
It's gonna be $30. So yeah, it was 25, but I got some discounts because I'm a GameStop member. But then I had to get like the thing, and then I forget what the other $5 was supposed to be for, but yeah, it was supposed to be like $30, which I don't know. I think if I did it myself, I think PSA was quoting me like 40.
Okay.
So I saved $10. The thing is, and this is where it's stupid. With how GameStop has it, is if it comes back at a certain value, if it's over like I think it's 200 or 300 bucks, you have to pay more to GameStop as like a thank you for sending it in under them with their insurance and stuff like that because they were insuring this high value item and taking care of it for you, which I think is really stupid.
Yeah. Is it
And
like a percentage or how?
some of the fees go up to over $100. So if it's over like $1,000, you have to pay them like 150 or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, you're paying like 10% of the card or whatever.
Yeah.
I think if it's over $500 in value, the fee like skyrockets.
Wow.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. It'll be interesting to see what this particular card comes back at.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you can kind of get into is that a whole conflict of interest. But I will say, yeah, if you get it back in the next 30 days, you're doing good. Because again, I've been getting TikToks saying people are waiting 6 months.
Right? I
They're like,
think
that's 1% of your whole life if you live 50 years.
mm, then your life shouldn't be centered around Pokemon cards. But I think it might be just because they have that like membership or agreement or whatever between the two companies,
Yeah.
which is probably why it'll go a little quicker. But I know for the people that are waiting like 6 months or whatever, they're probably buying like that lowest tier of just send it and be done with it. Because there's some of them where you pay 45, $50 and you're guaranteed to get it back in 90 days or 45-day turnaround.
Oh, the Express or whatever. Yeah.
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 So it's you want your car back sooner if I can pay up then. Or
Yeah.
don't complain. Because if you're gonna send in a $10,000 card, you better pay that 45.
Yeah. So I just thought of one other thing at GameStop too that they're selling. Have you ever seen like the mystery pack there? Where
No.
really it's just real resealed cards and then like a slab for like 150 bucks. I've been getting some videos on that.
No, at least not at the one that I've been to over here. They didn't have it. Or if they do, I could see them being bought out right away.
Yeah, and it might. Just because yeah, they sell them for 150 and then I've seen videos it'll be like 30, $40 a cards. But
It's a
it's like
mystery.
what do you expect?
Right.
Right? Like so I don't feel too bad for those people. Like you actually expect $150 worth of cards back
No, absolutely not.
from GameStop? Come on.
Right. GameStop has been trying to make a profit off of gamers for years and years. That's why they only give you a fourth of what your game is worth. What did you expect to get out of your Pokemon
Out of your
card?
mystery pack
Right.
of resealed cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, if you ever do see those, make a video about it so I can laugh at you.
No. Changing gears almost completely because there was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I wanted to make sure it was
Oh
on
God. Okay.
a players only. Um, Completely shifting gears from investment. Let's
Okay.
talk about the uh, unspoken rules
Oh.
in sports. What are your thoughts on those?
All right. Don't be a dick. Don't be cringe and violate any of that.
I'm completely against you. 100% against you. A couple of years ago, right? There was that Jameis Winston football game. I forget who it was against, but they were up like by 30
So
points.
okay,
And
I didn't like Arthur Smith actually blowing up at this. The game's over. Who cares?
yeah, it was
That
the
where yeah he gave it to Jamal instead of taking a knee.
yeah.
I didn't really I didn't like the coach bitching about that. You're fired anyways. He got fired the next day because his 3 years sucked there.
But I also think if, for athletes that are being paid hundreds of $1 millions to play a game, keep playing the fucking game till it's over. Don't throw a fit about it like we saw for this Wolves game against Denver, where Jokic is throwing a fit because who was it that dunked it?
Like Jaden
Something
McDaniels.
like that.
Yeah,
He threw a temper tantrum because he scored. You're playing a game. The game's not over.
yeah.
That's an unspoken rule that is ridiculous.
And
That
like
you have to let off the gas so that the other team doesn't look as bad.
with the player too. Again, I think it was Jaden McDaniels. When I watched the clip, I just feel like he was in just game mode. I
Yeah,
don't think he was actually in being intentionally a dick or anything.
right.
So I guess there's that too.
Well, and then it's also just when you and I play a game, for example, like Smash, hockey, or whatever back in the day, I could be up 10-0. You think ever I'm gonna lay off? or the strikers back in the day, 5-0, and it's always on your side. Five. Do you ever just stop playing? He's like, I'll let you catch up a little bit. There's only 10 seconds left. You can't catch up anyway, but I'll lay off on you a little bit. Hell no. Hell no. You're playing a game. Fucking play it
Yeah.
out. You're gonna get smoked. You're gonna get smoked even worse. I don't know. I think the throwing the temper tantrums of all these stupid unspoken rules, if they're actual rules, they should be in the rule book. But especially nowadays with sports betting and all the call sheet stuff or
Yeah.
all the stupid lines, absolutely not. You can't lay off the gas. Play everything out. What what unspoken rules do you think if you break them, then you're a dick?
Yeah. This like last minute, I've already kind of been thinking of like it because it is kind of case by case. Like I said, I was thinking like the Jameis Winston thing. Like if he's at the 50 trying to pick up a yard or run a play, okay, then you're a dick. Again, being on the goal line, getting the player the one touchdown, end of the season. It was a meaningless game too.
Yeah.
Both teams weren't going to the playoffs. Um, yeah, not really too big a deal.
In those situations, though, too, already out of the playoffs was the last game or the second to last game of the
Yeah,
season. A lot of those players are playing for their next contract or the spot on the team next year.
yeah,
I don't think they should be laying off the gas. You're trying to play for
yeah,
that next contract for a couple $1 million. You're not getting in my way for $1 million.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember too because I think there was someone actually starting in front of Jameis and he came in, yeah, just because it was garbage time. But
Right.
yeah, no, I agree with you there. Um, I'm still trying to think of something like that, like maybe in baseball, not intentionally hitting a guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't really like that in the pros.
right. Well, yeah, that's where you're just being a dick to be a dick. But I think if it's something to do with the actual like game itself, right? The not playing with the clock to give the other team a free pass so they don't look as bad. Um, Stuff
Maybe
like
maybe
that.
another example I can give you, like maybe if Jaden McDaniels at the end of the Wolves game, maybe if he did that, like again, because I thought he just wasn't thinking he was scoring. Maybe if he did that a second time after people were like, "We're done," okay,
I
then
would think
then
that's
I
kind of funny.
then I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Then I'd be more on Jokic's side, but just again the one time I didn't.
Let's say, I mean, we're not in McDaniel's heads. We don't know. Maybe he thought people were still after him, and that's why he went and scored. Maybe he just, hey, he passed me the ball. I'm gonna score. I'm gonna get a cool dunk off. Whatever. Let's say he didn't know, or let's say he knew nobody was around him, and that Denver was just done, and he scored anyway. It's 2 points. You think that's a dick move?
Mm, say to me again the whole.
So let's say we're in McDaniel's head.
Yeah.
He knows that Jokic, nobody else on Denver is coming after him, right? He was past the ball. He has an open basket. Nobody around him. Timberwolves are going to win regardless. It's what, game 3 of
How
whatever,
much time left?
10 seconds. And you're up by 20. Let's just say. I don't know what the score was at the time. Um,
Yeah, then just stand there.
you think,
Because
really? What?
scoring, then you're just a bit, just a
Well,
maybe not a dick, but like it's just like really, dude.
well, you help your stats, right? One, with a team that's traded you 3 different times, and then you keep having to come back. Other teams don't really ever seem to watch it. So, I mean, you get a couple extra stats or whatever for playoff time. But also, you have the sports betting lines. If you stop playing, that makes the NBA look bad, even if it's the last 5-10 seconds of, well, let's say that line, McDaniel's scoring versus not scoring, is where that line is. You have to keep playing. Otherwise, the NBA is going to get fined or
But what if
investigated.
he wasn't even? What if they all had backups in and he wasn't even playing because they were beating Denver by 40?
I think you still play.
Your starters?
Well, if you still have your starters in, I think that's dumb if you're up by 40.
Okay, then yeah, you can play, but
But
it's gonna not
if
gonna
it's
be
your
people you're
backup,
betting on.
but if it's your, well, I'm saying the line in general for the game,
Oh,
right? Like this 200 whatever points over under, and that one was either going to cash in the over. You gotta keep playing. And if it's your backups, you especially better keep playing because you're trying to play for spots.
yeah, yeah. So if you get no other play time in the playoffs, like you're that far down on the bench, then yeah, play till the end.
Right.
Why not? But not for the sports betting reasons, more for your own um, reasons,
Yeah.
your own, uh, yeah, whatever you want to say.
Right. I don't know. I'm that guy where especially if I'm buying a ticket to a playoff game, no matter what the playoff game is, I want to see a full game, quarter to quarter. I don't want to see even in the last minute. Just the other team just completely give up and they're on the whole other end of the court just walking at that point. I paid $500 a ticket. Please keep running. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think as a fan for entertainment, even just take the score out of it, I want you to keep playing. Give me the experience. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
even if it's game 3 and
yeah,
at this point it's kind of meaningless because the game's already won, whatever, play the game.
yeah. So, I had that with the Vikings game
Yep.
last September. It was the Vikings Bengals
Yep.
30, I don't even know, 4-35, nothing at
Yeah.
halftime. And yeah, the first half, that was fun.
Yeah.
And then the second half, it was just, it was some scoring, but still, it was pretty boring because you knew the Vikings were going to win and the Bengals had no hope.
Right.
And both teams were just, well, and then you had backups. So that was the first time Max Brosmer got in, but like, yeah, it wasn't, yeah,
Right.
the
And I
best.
mean, speaking of a meaningless game, that was as meaningless as it gets because it was backups and Joe Burrow wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know.
Got hurt right before.
Yeah.
Could have
And
watched him, but no.
right. So, and I don't know, like you said, that first half is fun.
No.
A lot of scoring, and it's fun to. Granted, there's some bias because being Vikings fans, you always want to see the Vikings win. Even on the worst years. But I'm sure even if it was the flipped, it was Bengals scoring all the time. I think it would still be kind of fun. It'd be annoying, but you would still get that action.
Yeah.
You know,
Gotta
rather than
keep you on the edge of your seat till the end of the game.
right
Or
because
yeah.
the Colts comeback could always happen.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but also too, it's like prevent defense for the
Yeah.
NFL. The most boring, stupid thing to watch because it's just, you know, just don't let them score. We're just gonna hang out here. You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's not entertaining or fun to watch. You pay that money, I want to be entertained. I don't care about these non-rules rules that we apparently have to follow.
Yeah.
Thought we were gonna have more of a hot take with that because as soon as you said, "No, I think you should follow those," not the.
Well, again, I'm trying to think of the good ones.
I can't think of a good one. That's the thing that's
In
why
the
I'm kind
moment.
of completely out of it because that Jaden McDaniels one that irritated the hell out of me because you saw all the talking heads on Sports Center and ESPN. He shouldn't have shot the basket. Game was over. He didn't. There was no need for it. There's no need for Jokic to get in his face and try to start a fight over a basket, over 2 points.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
The odds are he's gonna go. He right now he's with his horse anyway. I forget where the fuck he's from.
Siberia.
Yeah, right now he's with his horse, and he's not. He doesn't
No.
even care about that stupid basket.
Or yeah, no, Slovakia.
Yeah. So
Somewhere over
you know,
there. Well, yeah, I think that's a good point to wrap up. I can see your camera for some reason quit. Um, maybe it's from staring at you the whole
yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know, 40
I
minutes to an
think that
hour.
middle one quit too.
No, I see the red light on.
Oh.
But yeah, we'll wrap it up there.
Cool, cool, cool.